On these practice pages, I strongly recommend that you try them out. Pause the video, try them out, and then watch the video to see how I did them. Just compare your answers, and if you have problems on them, then you can watch how I worked them, but otherwise just do the work yourself and then check yourself. You learn so much more by actually making yourself do the math instead of just watching me do it. So trust me, even though it's a little bit strenuous and it's a little stressful, it's way better for your learning. So make yourself learn. I want to put this into scientific notation, so I'm counting the decimals, 2, 4, 5 zeros, 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, and then 387. I want it in scientific notation, and so I'm going to convert it here to scientific and enter, and then it's showing me 3.87 times 10 to the negative 6th. And I remember I could also do that by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to move. I moved 6 places over, and it has to be a negative because this is a very small number. And so 3.87 times 10 to the negative 6. Is 3.7 times 10 to the negative 6 equal to 3.7 divided by 10 to the 6th? Well, I don't know. Let's try it and see. It is. It is the same. And I wanted to just give you some math background of why. And that's because if you have a value with a negative exponent, you can convert it to 1 over that value to a positive exponent. And so we're converting 10 to the negative 6 into 1 over 10 to the positive 6. And then when we multiply that, 3.7, that little x that we use for scientific notation is kind of a custom to use it, but it really just means multiply. So we're multiplying by 10, 1 over 10 to the 6th. 3.7 is over 1, and when I multiply those, then I get 3.7 over 10 to the 6th. So they do come out the same. And we could use this explanation as my reasoning there. And then show 4.1 over 10 to the negative 3rd as a decimal. Well, that I can also use the same logic from the problem that we just did and write that as, move this, if I want to move it up over the division bar, it's going to become 10 to the positive 3. You just always flip the sign on the exponent when you move a quantity up or down over the division bar. And then this I could rewrite as 4.1 times 10 to the 3rd. Times 10 to the 3rd means move to the right 3 places. So 4.1, 1, 2, 3. And that would give me, fill in with 2 zeros, that'll give me 4,100 as my result. On the calculator, it will be like this, 4.1 divided by 10 to the negative 3rd. And that gives me 4.1 times 10 to the positive 3rd, which is what we wrote up above. And then if I want to convert it, I can move back into floating point, and there's my 4,100. Is your answer to number 3 equal to 4.1 times 10 to the 3rd? Well, yes, it is. And the reason is because 1 over 10 to the negative 3 is 10 to the positive 3. They are equivalent.